Scanning. Synchronizing. Stabilizing. Engaged.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is K Rev coming to you live from K's Couch, and I'm excited. This is the first Thursday, the first full week of the new year, 2022. Hope that you've gotten a great start to your year. I'm hoping that you've gotten a great start to your year, that you're starting really well with your goals, your resolutions, and things that you want to end and begin. The first beginning of the year is the best time. The trouble is with a lot of situations that we don't finish out the year strong enough. Now, in order for us to do that, we got to remain consistent. So my words this year that's going to keep me accountable is consistency and follow-up. Consistency and follow-up, which will cause me to follow through. So consistency and follow-up is the name of the game for me. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for 2022 because it's starting off to be a great and probable and possible year for your boy K Rev. So I'm excited. So K's Couch is brought to you by Standard Mag, the voice of the culture and the oxygen to the entrepreneur, and also KR3 & Co. Enterprise, where your businesses are helped grown securely. I'm excited for that. Lit Chat, where your words now have fire. Social media platform that I'm a part of. I'm excited about that. Listen, guys, it is a new year, and it has to be a new you. There's no truer statement that your health is your wealth. And so every Thursday, as you know, around the 10 a.m. or 10:08 a.m. hour, we are talking to the great Dr. Latronica. You know what? I was actually taking a look at some of this news about 2 days ago. And, you know, they're coming out with different variants of this COVID, like they're coming out with new Jordans every week or every month. And it's kind of scary. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to kind of take a look that they have a new variant coming out, the new coronavirus variant identified in France a couple of days ago and also confirmed in Israel. Listen, so it's very important for us now to be ready. I don't think this is going to stop. So many people are actually wishing for what was, but you know what was will never be again. So now, what are you doing to position yourself to be the best version of yourself, regardless of what's going on? We got a lot of wars going on. I'm not even talking about gunfire. I'm talking about mental wars. We're talking about spiritual wars. We're talking about health wars, health crisis. You know, so what are you doing right now to position yourself to be in the best place possible when these things are coming about? Are you really, you know, because a lot of this is going to be really attaching itself to, your inner body. So what I read, the continuum information that I read, article that I read on this, and that this is going to have several different, it says right here, this new situation is going to have a high number of mutations. So this is not going anywhere for a while. So what are you doing right now to position yourself for this war? What are you doing right now to position yourself for the great coming of the things that you're going to have to fight against? It's very important, man, that you guys got to know, you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. And there's no other person that I feel concerning your health that can actually help you to be prepared. There's no other person that I know than our great Dr. Latronica. She will be on today. We're starting a series discussing healthcare versus health maintenance. It'll be a month-long series for the rest of this month. So you have a clear understanding of what to do or what you're doing. Are you doing healthcare, true healthcare, or are you doing any type of health maintenance? So it's very important for you to know the difference. And so we got a great doctor that will be talking to us about this and discussing the loyalty program, a program that she has and that she's partnered with great people to make sure that this is done and done correctly for you, so you have the best education possible going into battle to actually help save your life. So I want you guys to know today, sit back, grab your popcorn, go to the refrigerator and get your healthy snacks, because we're getting ready to go in. And it's happening here today on the couch, K's couch. I'm glad to see everybody. I'm glad that you're here. Hey, happy Thursday. Be right back.
Throughout life, one may feel he or she hasn't been heard, seen, or no one is listening. However, look up. Don't fret. There is a place for you.
Processing.
Greetings.
Access granted.
Welcome to the couch. K's couch.
It does not say whether you're bad or good, but it is a measurement.
Every single time you go to that bathroom and you got a stream of urine flowing out, you need to be saying, praise God.
Wow.
Because that's a sign that your kidney is getting better.
Like during that time when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you held it until today, you're a multi-millionaire.
Great. And as a result of this next conference, I am going to have a number of events following the conference.
Okay, I got you.
Nobody else. Willing to open the book.
To get this knowledge that you have, you gave up a lot of personal time with family.
It's less than $40 for both.
Wow.
And I have it in a variety of colors.
I take every moment as it is. I've learned to be where my feet are.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Happy New Year to everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Happy New Year to you too. Good morning to you. I'm so happy to see you. We've made it to another year, first full year almost for 2022. And it is an honorable opportunity to be here. I'm glad that you're here. Many people didn't get a chance to cross over, transition to the new situation, but we were blessed to do that at this moment, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful for that. And before we get started, you got to give us that great mantra.
Absolutely, because these nowadays and what's going on right now in our community is so important for us to have a mantra to get our spirits awakened and moving in the morning. And
Absolutely.
so, one of the biggest things that's going on now, which I, was listening to you talking about all these new strands and things that are coming out. We know having a mantra or, just having a saying that you do every morning really wakes up the brain and allow it to start to move in the right direction. And so I always, as soon as I rise out of bed, I say, praise God, praise God, praise God. And you can always fill in what those things are that you have to be thankful for. I was listening to my daughter-in-law because I was telling you, with all the flight challenges going on, my daughter-in-law and my son and my great-grands they're actually still at my house. And so one of the things that I overheard her teaching my little granddaughter was that she says that we always have to be grateful. And she said, grateful? What do I have to be grateful for? You got lots of things to be grateful for. And I just overheard her talk. She said, hold up your fingers. She said, look at that. You could be grateful. You got all 5 fingers. And I just thought that was so amazing.
That's amazing. I love that.
Just the simplest things, So I always tell people, it's just so good, that there's so many things we have to praise God for. The fact that you woke up this morning, be thankful that the sun is shining on your face and not on your grave, right?
That is so correct. That is
That
so
is
correct.
another opportunity to be thankful because now you get to walk in your purpose again. And you always
Hmm.
want to be appreciative. Why are we appreciative? Because I get to speak and I get to live another day to see who I can empower, who I can encourage. And I'm not saying any of these things are easy, but I'm just saying that remember that your words have power. And
Yes,
as long as you are prayerful and you're praiseful and you're appreciative and you're thankful, then what the world does is bring you things to just be able to embark and just kind of just embrace all of these different things that your mind is putting off. Yeah, nobody's perfect. We all have challenges we're dealing with every day. But remember, we don't want to harp on them. We don't want to dwell on them. We want to start praising God for just moving us out of those situations. And so
absolutely.
I this morning
Yes,
I wake
certainly.
up in full praise and grace, saying, being thankful, being appreciative, and definitely always giving the highest praise.
Oh, I love it. Listen,
Mhm.
so those who are listening and also those that will be actually going through the replay, I want you guys to look at your hands and realize that you did not have to have your fingertips. You did not just that. People have hands and don't have feeling and don't know how to can't feel anything, don't have any type of nerve sensation. So if a person always is in doubt about how bad it is, and you can walk, you can see, you can taste, you can touch, you can get up and do your own thing. Think about those things
Yes. Yeah.
because a lot of people don't have those gratuities. They don't have those things, those amenities of their life to really do so. Your daughter-in-law, man, it takes the small things to make it powerful, man, and that was really a powerful
It,
Thanksgiving.
it really
That was
was. I
good.
was like, wow, that is so beautiful how you could show a kid at 8 o'clock in the morning, all her five fingers and all her five toes, and show her that you have so much to be grateful and thankful for. I tell my clients, if you could just be a fly on a wall in
Mhm.
my office, you could see the things and the reasons you have to be grateful for because we're dealing with so many health challenges today.
So many health challenges. You're so right. When I go through, I'm a life insurance agent. So when I'm going through applications and they ask all these type of questions, do you have this? Do you deal with this? Do you deal with this? Or do you have this?
Wow.
The thing
Wow.
is that it's so in order for them to ask these questions, so it does exist. Someone has all these things going on.
Yes.
And for
Yes.
me or for someone that I asked to say, they say, no, I don't have that, never had that. There's something to really be thankful for because someone out here is dealing with COPD. Someone
Mhm.
out here is dealing with cancer. Someone out here is dealing with lung disease. Someone out here is dealing with those type of deals. And if you are able to go about your day to say that I'm not dealing with that, then that is, then you have another chance and opportunity to really, really, really make things better for you.
Mhm.
So, Doc, I truly appreciate you with the mantra and just you being in existence and to talk to us and going through your sacrifices to become the doctor that you are right now.
Yes.
Listen, I was saying before we got started, we was talking about these new variants. They're bringing out variants, man, like Jordans, like new Jordans every month. And this is not going to stop, man. Like it is not going to stop. It is not going to stop. Now that they're saying that this new variant of corona has several different mutations. And so you're looking at, this is going to be. So we're dealing with a lot of different wars. So Doc, with
Mhm.
these variants, real quick, with these new variants coming out, what do you think is the most important frame of mind a person need to have while dealing with this?
Well, the most important thing that we have to understand is that when you're dealing with new variants and you go and you get tested, the to me, the mindset is the most important. You have to understand when you go and you get these home tests or you go to the local convenience stores and you get tested for COVID and it says positive, oh, I had COVID. You have to remember and
Mm,
understand that COVID is nothing but a virus. And if you
mm,
have all these different variants going on, just drop COVID. Just
mhm,
drop it. Just
mm,
let it go. Let it just roll off the back of your neck like a duck and let that just be bygones. Because remember, COVID came out what in February of 2020, right?
mhm. Right.
Yeah. Is it 21 or 20?
It was 20.
It
20.
was, God, and it's already 22. The
It was
time
20.
moves so fast. So think about it. When they have all these new variants, you guys have to remember we're in the middle of flu season. Okay. Flu season is from October to March. So we are in the middle of flu season. So remember, the flu is also a virus. Okay. So when you go and you get tested and they say, you know, you have COVID, but there really truly isn't a way to really say you just have COVID. So what you're testing for is a virus. What is a virus? If your kid or your baby has a runny nose, that's a virus. If you get the sniffles, that's a virus. If you have a cough or a cold, that's a virus. So all you're doing is testing positive for a virus. Okay.
Wow.
The temperatures are changing. I mean, just here on New Year's Day, it was 70, 80 something degrees outside and we're playing volleyball. The next day it was 30 some degrees. When your body has to go through those changes, then what happens is you end up sometimes picking up a virus that causes you to maybe run a little fever. Fever is good. It's just your immune system saying, hey, I recognize something that don't belong. Let me increase the fever to stimulate your immune system so we can shift it. So what I'm saying in all this to say is that whenever you get the sniffles or you feel down, don't be so quick to go run and get no COVID test. Just take care of yourself. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more going further when we talk about healthcare versus health maintenance. How you have to get in the driver's seat, people. The masses of us are sitting in the passenger seat. You must get in the driver's seat. You must, because this is not going away. So walk around feeling down and defeated and sick and not feeling well. You must get in the driver's seat.
You must get in the driver's seat. I love that. I love that so much. And so we're going to start this discussion real quick, and then we're going to go to our sponsors real quick. So now that you bring that up, healthcare versus health maintenance. I know throughout your life and throughout your practice, you've seen a lot of different situations. You've seen a lot of different experiences. You've seen a lot of people make a lot of different excuses, but you also seen a lot of people really be crutched on the habitual habit of taking a lot of medications. So from your perspective and from your experience and from your understanding the people and writing prescriptions and helping people now in a different place. What is the difference between healthcare versus health maintenance?
So, and I'm glad that, you decided you wanted to do a series on this. And so today we'll keep it really, really simple and in layman's terms. So the simplest term of how I see healthcare and health maintenance so that people really, really understand it to where a 2-year-old would understand. Healthcare means that we control it. It's self-controlled. Health maintenance means you allow our system to control your health. Okay. That's the simplest way to put it. Healthcare, we are in control. We are in the driver's seat. We manage our own health. When it comes to health maintenance, that means that we are allowing our government, we're allowing the media, we're allowing other people and what other people have to say to control our health.
Wow, I definitely love that definition. And so we are in the control when it comes to true health care. And and health maintenance is based on, the crutch of the government, the crutch of the medications that we allow ourselves to fall into a lot of times. And then also just being, as you just said, being in the passenger seat concerning our health. And as I speak that and let that roll off of my tongue, it gives a small conviction to me of for years, even as an adult, having control of my life, still relying on someone else to really dictate what's going on with my body, and that really shows how much we give up the power that's within us to someone else. So in order for us not to fall into the crutch of health maintenance, We need now to take the responsibility of that. So I want to ask you a question, just kind of off the cuff,
Yeah.
because we're kind of flowing in conversation. Why do you feel why do you feel, or why do you think that a lot of us choose the maintenance over the health care?
Because it's easier. We have grown up in a world, Kay, where
Yeah.
we like to be chauffeured around. We like to be valet. We like for people to employ us. We like for people to prepare our food. We just like to be pampered, right?
Hmm.
Is that's the way we think. That's our mindset. And so what we have to understand is that we have allowed the food industry to manage our health. We have allowed social media to control our health. We have allowed television to control our health. We have just allowed traditional doctors to control our health. And so it's so easy to let somebody else think. They said, if you ever listen to Earl Nightingale, he said the most powerful thing a man has is his mind
Yeah.
and the ability to think.
The thing. Yep.
He said that we have the same thing that a horse and a pig have, right?
Hmm.
Except the difference between what we have and the horse and a pig have is we have the ability to think.
Yep. Thinking
But for
reason. Hmm.
some reason, we don't value it. And you know why we don't value it, Kay?
Why is that? Tell me.
Because it came free.
That's it.
It
Yeah, you
was
be listening.
free. Because it was
It was
free.
free. That's
And so
absolutely
so you know when
certainly.
man get a nice car, what he gonna
Mhm.
do? He gonna wash it, he gonna vacuum it, he gonna take care of it.
Preach.
He get a
Preach.
house, he gonna get that yard done, he gonna landscape that grass, he gonna make sure it gets clean. That lady gonna take care of that house on the inside, make sure it looks nice. But how many of us take time to nurture our minds?
Don't.
Go to seminars, go to webinars, go to health training. I love going to health courses. I love going to health webinars,
Mhm.
seminars, going to health retreats
Yep.
because I like to sharpen my mind.
Awesome.
So this is why it's so easy for our system to take over our health because we don't want to think.
Wow. And
I
wow.
think about it this in the simplest terms, and this is related to what you do, is I'm always big on telling my clients and even my own family, make sure that you have all your affairs taken care of. Health
Yes.
insurance, life insurance. Make sure these are taken care of. But I have run across so many people, even now, saying, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. You know, that makes me down. Are y'all trying to put me in the grave? Are y'all trying to do this? You trying to do that? That's a cop out.
That is true.
That's
That
a
is
cop out
so
because
true.
we all came here knowing that we're going to transition out of here. How
Yes.
you transition out of here is whether you are in the driver's seat or the passenger seat.
Yes. That is
So,
so
how do you
true.
want to leave? Do you want to leave on your own wishes or you want to leave on somebody else's? And
That is
that's
so
what
true.
healthcare really is.
Wow. That is so true. And so many people are so used to the general public is so used to relying on someone else and don't want to take the responsibility.
Mhm.
It's just, if I go scripture, the Bible said I can do all things. I can do all things. And so basically, it's still putting you in the position of having the responsibility of doing what you need to do. Even though you can do all things, nothing gets done without you moving.
Mhm.
Nothing gets done without you positioning yourself. So you or the individual person has to do the work. You have to do the work. If you constantly relying on somebody to do it for you, it's never going to be done like it's supposed to be, or how it was intended or nature intended it to be done. So while you have the opportunity, let's make sure that we take the responsibility. It's not the doctor's job to make sure you stay alive. It's the doctor's job to make sure he stays in practice. It's not his job, to make sure that you're good. He is by self-care. If he get attached to you as a client, as a patient, he will do what he can, but it's still your job to take the medicines. It's still your job to walk and to drive to whatever you got to do. It's still your job. You have to take the responsibility. So healthcare, true healthcare, and the nature of healthcare is you or the general public, my audience. It is your job to be responsible. You have, when they tell you on the commercial, drink responsibly, or do this and this responsibly, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't really position yourself to do right, and the consequences come, it's on you. It's what you inflicting yourself. So, Doc, I really appreciate this conversation, understanding the difference between healthcare and health maintenance. So we're going to take a brief break and have word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back to talk about how the best way in healthcare, how we can be responsible through the loyalty program. So we'll be right back.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next? Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now.
Now, as being a holistic doctor, what are maybe a one little trinket of information that you can give us on how to make sure that we stay connected to our health in the time of a pandemic?
We need to be drinking water and exercising.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can tell people. If they don't want to do anything and they don't want to pay for anything, you must be exercising. It's not negotiable anymore. It's
Gotcha.
not negotiable anymore because exercising is what helps balance the hormones. It helps detox the body. It helps improve circulation. It's the best way to continue to build bones. It's the best way to help build your immune system. So that's the one token you can do to help improve your system while we're dealing with this virus. And you must drink water. And the water does not need to have sugar or additives. And water does not mean alcohol, juices, Kool-Aid. You know how growing up we used to have that red Kool-Aid.
Absolutely.
It does not include any of that. It's just water.
Are we back? We're back. We're
All
back.
right.
Hey, Dr. Latronica Fisher, and we're talking right now. We're going to be ending up here in just a second, but we're talking on this difference between healthcare and health maintenance, understanding that healthcare, true healthcare, the nature of healthcare is you or the general public or the client or the patient having the control. You have the control of what you're doing. So you are now responsible for making sure that you are healthy. It's not really the doctor's responsibility. He is doing his job, or he or she is doing their job to make sure that you are maintaining a certain type of health for a certain type of thing. But healthcare is an overall holistic view of looking at you as a whole. So, Doctor, I want to thank you for just really being available and sharing this. And we'll be talking about this the rest of the month. And so now, just really now, when people are in these stages of healthcare and health maintenance, now because of your position, and again, thank you for being the holistic doctor that you are. I want to give a brief background. Well, no, you could do that. Kind of let us know what makes you such a unique doctor. Talk to us about that. Tell us about
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm always excited to share. You know, of course, I'm the type of person I always like to learn and engage with my clients, but at the same time, I always like to make sure that my community is aware of where I've come from and the journey I have traveled, so that I'm credible to be able to listen and to be able to share and just give my thoughts on what I think when it comes to healthcare and life. And so I graduated from Prairie View College of Nursing, which is a HBCU here in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And after graduating with my nursing degree, I decided that I wanted to really, really be able to be an advocate for people and empower people. So that meant I had to go back to school. So I went back to the University of Massachusetts and became an adult geriatric nurse practitioner.
Wow,
And then
okay.
from there, I decided I wanted to see how cold it was on the East Coast. And it was cold enough to look that I ran back to the South. I went to Seton Hall University and
Oh, wow,
received my
okay.
master's in business and my master's in nursing. So I stayed there and did my graduate degree. I lived there for about 2.5 years. That was
Okay.
a wonderful, wonderful experience. And then after that, I went on to University of Miami
Oh, wow.
and received my doctorate degree from University of Miami. That was a wonderful experience because one of our electives, we got to travel to University of Taipei and to learn some different alternative holistic regimens there. And so that was just a wonderful culture experience for me as well. And then in the alternative arena, I went to the California College of Natural Medicine. And then
Wow.
I became a quantum bioenergetic reflex analysis through the late Dr. Robert Marshall. And from
Wow.
there, my quest was born and start putting all the pieces of the puzzle together and
Wow.
started really, really helping my family. And then after helping my family and having some attaboys, then that's when I
Mm.
was able to move on and really start helping people in my community and around me. And I have just been in love ever since. And so
That
I
is
am definitely
amazing.
walking in my purpose. I'm passionate about what I do. And passion is great, but at the same time, people do want to know, what you bring to the table. And so thank you for allowing me to share that.
Oh my God. Listen, my
Mhm.
pleasure. I mean, such an extensive background, such a
Mhm.
resume. That is awesome. And the nights that you had to give up, the sacrifices. I want to thank you for that. Thank you,
Yes.
because with that, got you here to talk to us, got you here to
Yes.
position yourself to give us great information. Now,
Mhm.
to help us secure our health care, you have Road to Wellness. You have created now a new program called
Yes.
the Loyalty Program. Tell us a little bit about that and why
Yes,
you created it.
absolutely. Absolutely. So our loyalty program was really created out of this whole COVID situation that we're dealing with, or this challenge. And I'm so glad why we're doing this series on healthcare versus health maintenance, because I think this is the time that more and more people have really had to take control over their health. Okay. When you really
Mm,
think about it, people are now having to seek out and get the things they need in order to stay well.
yes.
And this is actually what we call primary care medicine.
Mm,
Primary care medicine is when you are in the driver's seat and you do what you need to do to stay well. So for
wow.
years and years, people, I have people come in my office, they don't want to drink water. I have people who don't want to exercise. I have people that don't want to eat vegetables. I
Wow.
even have people who don't like fruits. And I'm
Wow.
just like, wow. And it was so amazing yesterday. And
Hmm.
you get these wonderful stories with your grandkids. So I was with my grandkids yesterday when I got off from work, and I was sitting on the couch watching TV.
Hmm.
So long story short, they were watching this show called what's it called? Storybot. Have you ever heard of
Okay.
Storybot? You
I
you
think
you,
so. Yeah.
you don't have children, you don't know. 'Cause I had never heard of it. It's called Storybot. So my girl was like, I want to watch Storybot. I'm like, okay. So you go through all the different shows they have, but let me see which one I want to put on for you. So I put on the one why I shouldn't eat junk food and sugary snacks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I put it on that one and I sat and watched, and it was amazing how they spent 30 minutes to tell these kids why they shouldn't be eating sugary snacks and junk food and different types of foods. So what was interesting about it is that it said that The reason why you guys cannot be eating sugary snacks and drinking juice and sodas, because if you eat these things, your body won't be able to live long. You won't get enough
Wow.
nutrition. There's no
Wow.
value in eating these kind of foods. They make you unhealthy and they make you sick. And I was like,
Wow.
oh my God. So then my little grandbaby came to me. She said, Grandma, I love you so much. Yeah, I know. Can I have some of that apple you're eating? And I just thought it was the cutest thing. It was the cutest
Wow.
thing. So
Oh, that is cool.
this is why we say healthcare in terms of us being in the driver's seat, because when you drink water, when you exercise, when you eat fruits, when you eat vegetables, these are the things that nurture and ignite the body. When you eat junk food and you eat processed food and you're drinking sodas, you end up in the passenger seat, which means now you're expecting your doctor to give you something to help you. Now you're expecting the healthcare system to pay for your drugs and your medications, and then you want to blame them for the side effects.
Wow,
So
that
this is
is
why it's so important to understand the difference between the two.
wow. This is amazing, Doc. I want everybody that's taking a look and also on the replay, notice in the corner there's this QR code. If you take your phone and your camera and put it over the QR code, then the website will come up. You will get a chance to take a look at Dr. Latronica Fisher's website. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. See if we can pull it up real quick so everybody will know what it looks like. So when you use the QR code, then you know what it looks like, Doctor.
Yes.
Want to make sure that people know what this looks like, and we can have that's pulling up. But I want everybody to pull the QR code up. You use the phone. Do we get with the loyalty program? Then we'll start actually position ourselves to wrap up here for the day. What will we get? What comes with the loyalty program? Do we get the we get consultation with you?
So with the loyalty program, it comes with products and services. So the
Yes.
products, which is great, is an amazing preventative protocol that we show you how to keep your health up, the nutritional aspect of it. So the drinking water, the exercise, and all that you have to do. But we provide the products that you need in order to keep your state well. There's one really powerful cocktail that we have called Revive, and it just helps keep your immune system that we have had prepared for you specially. It's a blend of 40 different essential oils that are antioxidants, boost your immune system. It basically regenerates your organs from outside in, and all you have to do is basically put it in some water or put it in a capsule and just take it. And you would take it in the morning, you could take it in the evening. So it also comes with the ability to have your Quest test done, which with our Quest test, and I'll show you what that looks like. If you want to know what's going on with your body from head to toe,
Yes, talk to us about that.
This
Yes.
is the Quest test. So this has the ability to scan your body from head to toe, and it goes through 68,000 variables. Because if you have something going on and you really don't know what it is, and the doctors don't know what it is, and they basically told you there's nothing there that can be done, there's hope, because we could actually show you how to find out what's going on with your body if you are basically in a state to where you're confused and don't know what's going on. So it also comes with having a Quest test done every month. And then also for our clients who have the ability to travel here or live in the area, they can come get a vitamin C drip, or they can come get an oxygen drip done. So it includes all of that, because our goal is to teach you health care. Okay.
I
And
love it. I
healthcare means
love it.
that you take the action to keep your health above water. Since COVID started, I have not been sick. I have not missed a beat, but I do drink a gallon of water a day. I do get up and go exercise every day. Even if I don't feel like going, I just push myself. And after I'm done, I'm always saying, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got me out the bed. Because I know just this week, I was like, I want to just sleep. My alarm clock didn't go off. And I was glad it didn't. So I decided I'm going to turn over and go back to sleep. And here come my son knocking on my door. Mom, what are you doing? Get up. Let's go. And so I had already had my clothes out. So I said, let me get on up. I got up, got dressed because I told myself my alarm clock didn't go out. So I must have forgot to set it. But I'm saying these things happen. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm saying, yes, I wanted to turn back over and get back under the cover. It was 30-some degrees outside. I didn't want to go outside.
In
But I was
Texas?
so glad that, I had that young energy knocking on my door saying, hey, what are you doing? Your light's off. We got to go to the gym. So I got on up and I was like, okay, let's go. Give me a few minutes. And so we went on to the gym and I was so happy because I had a really good workout that day. So I have to push myself too. But this is what I choose to do. I'd rather be in control of my health for as long as I can before I allow somebody else. And I'm finding more and more nowadays, people are getting sick at a younger age because they're living off soda, they're living off chips, they're living off candy, and there's no nutritional value in it. So what do you expect the body to do? It's gonna wilter. So that's why it's important for you to be very, very proactive in your health. So that's why we created the programs to provide the nutrition you need to keep your immune system up, provide the drips, provide the counseling, provide the coaching that you need. So that our health and wellness program is an excellent program. So I strongly encourage you to call us, give us request a 15-minute free consultation so we could talk to you a little bit more about the program, how it works. If there's some gaps in here that's missing that you don't understand, we can help you fill in those gaps and help you to just get on the road to wellness.
I love it. Listen, there's no better place that we can end and wrap up there because you have said what's need to be said. Thank you so much, Doctor. And I'm excited on this education and what you're teaching us and coming in every week. We're going to do this for the remainder of the month, talking about the difference between healthcare and health maintenance. And I want people to understand that you are in control. People have been wanting to be so much in control. Now that you're aware that you are in control, now it's your responsibility to get up in the morning, exercise, eat right, drink water, make sure that the consequences of your body are good consequences, not bad. You have the control. You have the control whether the doctor gives you metformin for diabetes, or you have the control of actually eating your fruits and veggies to keep yourself off of those type of things. So listen, people, it is your responsibility. It is your goal. Create the goals for yourself. I hope one of your goals for this year is to have better health care concerning yourself, better exercise regimens, better eating regimens. Listen, you want to live long to make sure that you walk your daughter down the aisle in the wedding. You want to live long enough to make sure that you see your children graduate. You want to live long enough to make sure that you see the successes that you got planned for your business. Listen, it's your responsibility and it is your choice. So listen, everybody, I am so happy and thankful. I need you guys to follow Dr. Latronica. Reach out to her. You can get your free consultation, 713-520-8188. She has an awesome and beautiful staff. They reflect her. They resonate her sunshiny personality. So you'll get it from them as well. So reach out to her. You can follow her on drlatronicafisher.com. That's her website. You have that ability to position yourself to see what she has and what she offers. You can follow her on LinkedIn, Dr. Fisher Road to Wellness. Find her on Instagram, Dr. Fisher R2R. You got her on Facebook, Latronica Fisher. And also subscribe to the magazine. Listen, we got some heavy stuff coming up within the next month. She is a contributing writer to the magazine. So listen, you'll be able to read a lot of the articles that she's done in the past and also currently what's getting ready to come up. So follow her here. So I'm excited. 2022 is starting off with a blast. Now, know that if you wanted to continue on going strong, it is on you. So make sure you position yourself to be in the healthcare realm and not the health maintenance realm. You want to be in a place where you can constantly have control. So it's been a pleasure. Dr. Latronica, we'll be back next week with you. Hang out with me just a second before we, when we end the show. So, everybody, love life and live love. You only have one. And I'll be talking to you soon.